here with Kev Ramon. We just did the first half of our interview on Instagram. I will upload it here on YouTube. And I wanted to come over here because we were having audio problems on Instagram. But I hear feedback, so I don't know if I'm having problems here too. You can hear me, right?
I can hear you great.
You hear me great. Okay. I hear myself, but I don't know. Something's weird today. Maybe it's my phone. Anyway, we were talking a lot about different things. Kev is amazing. And if you saw the first part of the interview, you know he's been on watermelon only for over 100 days. He knows the truth about dead animal body parts and all types of amazing truths and secrets that are hidden from us in society. Love your logo, Kev. I really like it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I like this. Do you tell me about this logo? Why did you choose this?
It represents me. I'm an alien in this world. You know, just my lifestyle. It. I don't conform. I don't fit in. Like with this watermelon, I'm doing something that's never been done. You know, um, my entire mentality is alien because I'm not under the brainwashing of this society. So that describes me like to a T.
Yes, I love it. Now I want to ask you about beauty standards in society. You have a great YouTube video on this, and I thought it was really good because you talked about how people are using really toxic products to try and look beautiful on the outside, meanwhile completely disregarding their health and their beauty on the inside and just, their body, their organs, the things that matter, putting chemicals on their face, in their, dyeing their hair, using glue, toxic glue for hair. Can you please talk about how can we start to love ourselves in order to not harm ourselves, just to look good, just to impress other people that we don't even care about, just to look good on the internet for strangers we don't even care about? What are some steps that you've taken and that you would recommend for people to get away from the toxic products in beauty?
That's a journey. It's a journey because I used to like just absolutely hate myself. Like I used to just want to kill myself. Like literally. Like I used to literally just like kind of spend days just plotting, just trying to figure out a way to kill myself that I could follow through with. I hated myself for a long time, like a lot of years, you know. And so you really have to unplug from this society and you have to start spending time with yourself. There's so much brainwashing involved in us not liking what we see in the mirror. And then, like, you don't even hear about looking beyond the mirror and learning to see who you really are. One thing that helped me tremendously is learning that I am not this body. I'm not this face. I'm not this body. I'm in this body. It's like a vehicle that I use to get around in the earth. It's just like a car, but it's not me. And that helped me out a lot because we focus so much energy on this. It would be like washing your car and waxing it and polish like every day, like several times a day, you know, and just totally neglecting yourself. Like you're not that car. Even when you're in the car, you are not the car, right? And so that's what we do here.
So you're saying like the outside of our bodies, like the car, and our
Yeah,
true self is like the person in the car. Yeah.
driving the car. Yeah, yeah, that's who we really are at our essence. Because we're not human beings, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. We are spirit in a body, spirit in form. We're not human beings at all. We're just living for a very short time as a human being. See, life is not temporary. Life is eternal. Anything temporary is not life. Something else is keeping it alive. So the spirit in the body is keeping the body or animating the body. You look and you think that this body is alive, but it's the spirit in the body. It's the energy in the body that gives this body life. We are that energy. So I just, and all of this is just, I'm learning this, or, just through unplugging from this society, cutting the TV off, and just getting alone and just doing a ton of shadow work, a ton of like investigating and seeking and asking questions and wanting to know answers. Just a ton of that, like a lot of years of this. And so when I learned this, now I'm not focusing on the outside so much anymore. I want to know who I really am. I'm going inward. I'm going inward, and I'm just sitting and just spending time with me and hanging out with me and just really, observing the thoughts going through this head, and I'm learning more about me. And the more you learn who you really are, the easier it gets to love yourself, and then it just becomes effortless. It just becomes effortless. The only reason we don't love ourselves is because we don't know who we are. Again, we think we're this. And then society has all these so-called beauty standards, right? Society is constantly telling you, you're not good enough. You're not slim enough. You're not pretty enough.
Yes.
You're not handsome enough. You don't make enough money. Your car is not nice enough. Your house is not nice enough. You don't dress nice enough. Like everything society is telling you, you're never enough. You need this product. And you get this product, it'll make you enough. And if you get this product, it'll make you enough. And if you get a bigger house, then you'll be enough. If you get a nicer car, then you'll be. And it's all lies. It's all lies. It has
Because
nothing
you'll
to do with.
never be enough in society, for society, right?
No, and they're going to constantly, they're going to continue to tell you you're not enough. No matter how big your house is. Well, you only got one. They got three. No matter how nice your car is. A new one just came out. Your car old now. It's used. No matter how, like it doesn't matter. Like they will constantly, society, it just constantly tells you you're not good enough. When the truth is, you've always been good enough. From day one, you've been good enough. You are more than good enough. But we're brainwashed. And so we believe what society is saying because we don't take the time to get to know ourselves for ourselves. We let society define us. We let society tell us who we are.
Yes.
If you know who you are, society can't tell you who you are. It's like, no. It's like society trying to tell you what your name is when you know what your name is. Your name is written. No, my name's Kev Ramon. I'm Kev. I know I know my name. Right? When you know who you are and you hear this propaganda that you're not good, oh, I'm more than good enough. I know I'm good enough. Like, there's nothing even to talk about. And and it's not an arrogance you're not judging yourself based on your form. You're judging yourself based on something so much higher, something that's eternal. And there is that's the reason why. That's the reason why the so-called beauty industry, whatever the health and beauty industry, is a multi-billion-dollar industry. They are profiting off of the insecurities of the average American citizen. And I'm just, in America. I'm sure it's outside of here too. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
they make you feel insecure, and then they capitalize on it. We got this. It's just like what they call the food industry and the sick care industry. They're all connected in the pharmaceutical industry, right? They brainwash you into poisoning yourself. They trick you into thinking that everything you see in a grocery store is food.
Mm.
They trick you into thinking you're supposed to drink milk from a cow. They trick you into thinking you're supposed to be eating the rotting flesh of dead animals. They trick you into making yourself sick. And then they just wait for you to come in. They're all connected. They're all scratching each other's backs. And then you go into the sick care industry believing it's the healthcare industry, but they don't have the first clue about health. All they do is they make living with whatever sickness you have more bearable, a little more comfortable. And they try to keep you alive as long as possible so they can keep seeing you and keep prescribing you drugs. But they're not in business to heal you. They're in business to care for your sickness. So they give you drugs, which is nothing but poison. It's nothing but poison. Everything. Like my mom was just in the hospital. I've been talking about this is why I went live to explain what was going on, because I posted about this on Facebook and a lot of people just misunderstood it. Even the way they feed you. I put a picture of her plate on Facebook. Nothing on that plate was food. There was no food. Now, this is a place you go to get better, and they don't even know how to feed you. The people that work in these hospitals, they don't even know how to take care of themselves. I'm just looking around like everybody in here overweight. Like, what is going, like, y'all don't even know how to take care of yourself. How y'all gonna take care of somebody else? The most basic thing to our fundamental existence is just knowing how to eat and knowing what to eat. And they don't even know that. They can't help you. That is a sick care industry. They are in business to treat people that are sick. They're not in business to teach you how to heal. They're still saying that cancer is incurable. Meanwhile, I was just reading a book by, her name is Joanne Brandt, I think. It's called The Great Cure. This woman healed herself of cancer just by eating grapes. The sick care industry is still saying there's no cure. When the cure is food, the cure is fruit. So all of these industries are connected. It's like with the computer. They make the computer, they make the virus, and then they sell you the antivirus protection. They create the problem, and then they sell you a so-called solution.
Yeah.
It's all a game. They know what they're doing from the beginning. Like, do you realize, like, all these so-called diseases, they all have patents on them? Like, if you look this up, they all have patents. Cancer has patents. COVID has patents. Like, they all have patents. Now, what are patents for? Patents are for protecting an invention. That's the only reason you get a patent, is when you create something, you invent something, you want to protect it so no one else can steal it. That's the whole purpose of patents. You go online and find this out. This is not cap. Diseases have patents. AIDS. They have parents. This is a game that they're playing, and it's all in the name of lust and greed, for money. Money is what they serve. They don't care about us. The sick care industry isn't there to serve us. They're there to serve money. They're there to make as much money as possible. That's why they don't even know how to feed you. They just make you sicker. That's why if you go, and then they're just drug dealers, like the pharmaceutical, they're just drug dealers. That's why if you go, you get put on a prescription. You have a very high chance that prescription is going to cause problems that you didn't have before. And now you need another prescription. I know a lot of y'all might know who Les Brown is. And
Yes.
I think he's like around 70, like high 70s, low 80s, somewhere around there. I
Mhm.
was watching one of his videos. This man was on over 70 prescriptions at one
No.
time. At one time, over 70. That's what they do. That's how they make money. Like, how you think these hospitals are like cities? Like these hospitals, like you go in a hospital, like you need GPS to get around. Because like where's all this money coming from? Where's all this money coming from? They
Mm.
profit. Like, never trust your health to people that profit and benefit when you're sick. Like, that don't even make sense. Like, they need us to be sick. And so they
Yes.
influence all of the information in mainstream media, all of the information that we hear when we turn on the TV or the radio or we watch the news or whatever. They're behind all of it. Because money, if you got money, you can have people say whatever you want them to say. You can put on the TV whatever you want to put on the TV. Right? And so they control all that. They tell them to drink milk. And the interesting thing is they already know. They already know the diseases dairy is linked to. They already know the diseases that eating dead animal flesh is linked to. They already know, like every poison they put in these processed products. I had a phone update come on. But
Oh.
every poison that they call ingredients, it's really poison. If you research these so-called ingredients, it's all linked to disease. That makes it poisonous. And they research it. It's thoroughly researched before the FDA approves it. Go ahead, put it in there. They already know. This isn't like I'm not like a deep guy or nothing. Like, I'm not finding out things that's not public information. Like, these are like 3-second Google searches. Like anybody can find this out. And they already know. And the government approves it. They're all in it together. They're all in it together. Make you sick, keep you sick, keep you on drugs, keep you as unhealthy as possible, but alive so you can work for us. Right? That's the game. Because a sick people is easy to control. A sick people won't think for themselves. A sick people won't question authority. They just go with
Mm.
the flow. Yes, sir. Whatever you say. Don't matter how much sense it makes. Like with this last COVID thing. They literally told us at the beginning that the only mask that could possibly protect you was the N95. You couldn't even find them. Only doctors and nurses wore those. And from what I read, they had to be professionally fitted to your face. Now they're telling us to wear bandanas, or people got napkins on their face, and just whatever. Now it's become fashionable. You got Gucci face mask and Louis Vuitton face mask. Everybody I know that got COVID was wearing a mask. I never wore a mask. I never got COVID. Right? But we don't question anything. We live in we live in fear. So we're afraid to challenge authority. We're afraid to ask questions. And if we're afraid to not do what don't make sense to do.
They did a great job. They did a great job because I'm even afraid of you even saying the word because,
I am too. I was thinking
we
about
can't
that. Like,
even speak. That's how much control they have. We can't even speak now. So, like, if you don't think that there's something going on, then look at us having a conversation. I'm afraid of us to even speak about this because, remove our channels, remove our livelihood when we can't get to the population, we can't help people do what we're supposed to do. It's like, it's really everything you're saying so on point. By the way, I didn't want to interrupt you, but can someone please leave Kev's YouTube channel link below? So Kev Ramon is his name. People were asking, and I didn't have time to link everything because I was trying to hurry and get the link for our interview. So please, somebody go to Kev Ramon's YouTube, put it down below so that people can right now go and subscribe. Put it in the not in the live chat. Put it in the comments below this video. I really appreciate it. You will get cut off if you use that word. We can't. There's no freedom of speech. And I love what you said about in the stores. It's just we literally think if it's for sale, it's safe and it's okay to eat. There it's been tested and it's totally legal and like nothing's wrong with it. Yeah, Brianna, can you do me a favor? Can you go to his YouTube, get the link to his channel, put it down below in the comment section, not in the live chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So now, okay, Kev. Now, can you answer this because I'm like I know what you're saying, and everything you're saying, it's truth and it makes sense. And you're like a prophet of some sort. I'm sure you've been told that before. Like you were meant to explain information to people and share knowledge. But I'm wondering, how do you stay positive in a world that is so corrupt and knowing what you know?
you know what? Really, honestly, what has given me new life is this watermelon journey. Because, like, that's a really excellent question. And the truth is, before this watermelon journey, I didn't want to be here, right? And it wasn't like a necessarily a depression type thing, like when I used to didn't want to be here, like in my earlier years. It was just being able to see what's going on. Living in a world where people are constantly trying to poison you, where literally everything in the grocery store, except for what's in the produce section, is literally poison.
Yeah. And
And,
even in
and
this produce, sorry, they're like trying to scare people with the produce section, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. And even that, like you kind of like even that, like if you're not getting organic, you better clean it off. You better wash it because they coat the stuff in pesticides and other poisons, herbicides, fungicides,
Yes.
you know. So it's like I'm in a world where people are literally trying to kill me like every day. It's like landmines and pitfalls everywhere, and then I just don't fit in. I don't fit in. Like no one like in out here, like no one can relate to me. I only eat fruit. I only eat watermelon. Like that's weird,
Very.
right? Like everybody around me, they eat dead animals. Like they're just going through life like this, like they don't see what's obvious just right in front of them. I see like the more you see, the clearer your vision, the less you will fit in. And so, I used to just be like, why am I here? And this is before the journey. So before the journey, nobody wanted to listen to me. Like nobody wanted to hear anything I had to say. So it's like, well, look, like, I mean, these are conversations I would have. It's like, nobody wants to hear what I got to say. Like, why am I here? Like, I'm not serving any purpose. Like, I don't want to be here no more. But when I started the watermelon journey and like 20, 30, 40 days in, like people literally from all over the world started messaging me on Facebook, like DMing me, even calling me, you know, it's like, whoa, like people all over the world telling me I'm doing this. You've inspired me. I'm starting tomorrow. People sending me pictures of watermelon in my DMs. I started today. 7 days, I feel amazing. 3 days, I feel great. 2 weeks, I've lost 22 pounds. Like I get tons of messages and okay. 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 So it's giving me new life now. And then like meeting people like Bobby and that whole Fruit Up community, you know, where it's a community of like-minded people, right? Like prior to this journey, I'm just looking around like, don't nobody care about their health? Like I'm not the weird one here. You're not gonna like flip this around on me. Like you're supposed to care about your health. Why don't you care about your health? Why don't you care about what you eat? I'm not weird for doing that. You know, and then I started seeing people that cared about their health all on social media, like nobody in person, but that counts. That counts. And so it gave me new life to see that there are really a lot of people out here that do care about their health. And it's kind of it's as if somebody it's as if people just needed somebody to kind of lead the way. You know, somebody to just jump out there and just, you know, uh be like that, kind of like that sacrificial lamb, right? You know, so and that's kind of in a sense what I've been doing. Like somebody told me the other day that this journey is really researched, right? It's really researched through experience because I'm doing what people like all the experts, the professionals, the nutrition, I'm doing what they all said can't be done. I'm proving that it can. I'm proving that fruit is the best food on the planet for human beings. I'm proving that this is what we're supposed to eat. Like I'm proving it. I post every single day. I've been giving updates every single day from day one about my journey, about how I've been feeling. Every day, I'm saying the
Where do
same
you
thing.
post every day, Kev? On Facebook?
On Facebook, Kev Ramon. Like
Yes.
everywhere on all the platforms, I'm Kev Ramon. I'm on
Okay.
TikTok under Kev Ramon. I just joined TikTok and I do a lot more videos on TikTok, like short videos. Um, but yeah, like from day one, I've been posting in a Bobby Smith's group, Fruit Up. And then probably after about 10 days or so, I started posting on my personal page and just started sharing to, you know, the different groups that I was in. But from day one, like it's all there, you know, and it's just been incredible how many people have been inspired by this. So that's given me new life. So now to your question, how do I stay positive, you know, in this world, in this society, you know, because I have a great life. Like my life is like, it's almost like I'm in a bubble. Like hell is going on around me. Like I have a heaven on earth in the midst of a hell on earth. And, you know, there's a lot of things. Like the main thing is just having purpose, though. The main thing, I think well, I'm not even going to say I think. The thing that makes life worth living more than anything else is being able to help people, you know. being able to make a difference in people's lives, inspiring people to do better. That is more rewarding than anything else, you know. But then, and then, the other answers to your questions, I mean, I'd have to get like kind of deep. I'd have to go into the spiritual to, explain that. And I don't know if how well that could be received, or if, I
No,
don't know
my people, they're deep. They're deep. They wanna go there.
okay, well, let's go there then. Okay, so I know that everything in this life is temporary. Everything is temporary, right? It's all an illusion. None of this is really real, right? It's just like I was saying earlier about on Instagram, right? Like you're looking at me, but you're not looking at me. You're looking at my form. You're looking at my body. This body will die. And all death really is when the life in the body, which is the spirit, energy, leaves. Life does not die, though. Life cannot die. Life is eternal. When the spirit leaves this body will drop and will be lifeless because this body was never the life to begin with, right? So it's like you can't see me, not with your physical eyes. Like you have to feel me. The only way you can see me is to feel me. You have to feel my energy. You have to know my energy. And if you're not sensitive to energy, then you could never know me, right? Because you're judging me off of something that's not even real, something temporary, So I know this. Like, I know this. So I look at the world differently. All the negative things that's in the world, I just look at it differently. You know, just this might be a little deep, but, to what I just said, right? When you understand that life cannot be destroyed, it's like what the first law of physics, they say energy can neither be created or destroyed. We are energy. Our essence is pure energy. It's eternal, right? So now, when you understand that all of us are energy that can't be created or destroyed, you can only harm the body, but the body is not the life. So when like you have all this crime, for example, like so and so got murdered, this person got shot and killed, this person got shot and killed, and they think, and what people say a lot is this person took their life. You can't take life. You can't destroy life. You can't kill life. Life is eternal. You can only hurt the body, but the body is just like, again, it's just a vehicle that we drive in this earth. It's necessary to get around in this earth, right? It's necessary for us to experience this physical dimension. In order to experience this physical dimension, we have to be in physical form. That's the whole purpose of the body. We're spirits having a human experience. Right? So I just see the world so differently, because I see behind the illusions. I'm not fooled by the illusions. Like I can see through them. I can see the truth behind everything. So I just, that's how it's easy to stay positive. And then another thing, I just don't believe in problems. This is another thing that goes along with knowing the truth. Like there's no such thing as problems to me. There's no such thing of a bad day for me. Like I know that everything that happens to me happens for my benefit. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. Like when I be on, I make these videos and people come in there and the the wannabe carnivores, they always got a lot to say, and just people, all the, comments and all this stuff. I see it all as good. Like, this is helping me become stronger. Like, I need these criticisms and critiques, and like, you can insult me because I love myself. See, like, the thing, we get offended by what people say to us, but if you loved yourself, it would be impossible for anyone to offend you. No one can tell me who I am. No one can define me, right? And so if you say something about me, you know, calling yourself insulting me, I know that's not true about me. Like, in order for you to be insulted or offended, like, you have to agree with what's being said. You have to give a person power.
Mm.
You have to give them the power to make you feel any kind of way. And I've learned not to do that no more. I keep that power for myself. I control how I feel. It don't matter what people say, because I know me, like, I love me. And so,
Mm.
and this, what you call is like cancel culture, and in a society where everyone's so easily offended and butthurt and everything, it's because they don't know who they are. And the answer is to cancel everybody, silence everybody, as you was just saying, take away everybody's freedom of speech. If they said that, take their videos, blah, all these different things. Like, we're trying to control what everybody say. You can't say this, you can't say that, because it's hurting this feeling, this person's feelings, and that feeling. No, they're insecure. They don't know who they are. And so, because they don't know who they are, any random can just come along and tell them who they are, and they're going to accept
Mm.
it and believe it. And they don't like it. And so now they hurt. Their feelings hurt. Like, you can't hurt my feelings. Like, it don't matter what you say about me, And I just see it as a positive, because it's training. It helps to make me stronger. You can't be great without hate, you know.
Oh, somebody take notes. Hold on.
And so the road to greatness,
Mm.
like,
Oh.
this is part of it. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. It's all working together to get me there. And so if I shrink, if I get discouraged because of what people that I don't even know, like complete strangers, say about me,
Mm.
I'm not worthy of greatness. Like, every time someone, like, calls themselves trying to insult me or disrespect me or whatever, these things, these are all opportunities for me to prove I'm ready for greatness. I'm built for greatness. Like, I
Mm.
can do this. I see it all as opportunities. Like, so I can't see bad. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, when my mom was just in the hospital, right? She should have died. Like, she literally should have died. It was that serious. And I came in the hospital, and, in her room, and everybody in there sad, you know, and I just came in there. I'm the same. I'm making people laugh. I was even making my mom laugh. I was making the nurses laugh. Like, I'm not gonna be sad. Like, sad for what? Yeah, okay, so you might, since we going, you might, well, what if she dies? She can't die. Only her form dies. Again, the body is not the life. You're attached to the illusion. I'm attached to the truth behind the illusion. I see it for what it really is. And in another aspect to that, like, my mom is 84. She has a lot of health issues. A lot. She's not happy. Like, every time I go visit her, I see. It's all in her face, in her eyes, her body posture, her just sitting on the couch all day, not wanting to go outside, not wanting to do anything but pay bills. I see it. So when she passes, that'll be something to celebrate because now
Mm.
she's not suffering no more, right? I was just talking about this, I don't know, maybe a couple days ago. When we mourn the loss of someone that passed away, our mourning is out of selfishness, right? Because we're not thinking about them and how much happier they are now. We're thinking about
Yes.
us. We're thinking about what we lost. That whole perspective is based on me, 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 me. My. I. You're not thinking about I guarantee you, nobody, nobody leaves here. Nobody leaves here who wants to come back.
Yeah.
This world is full of suffering,
Yeah.
sickness, disease, poverty. People are starving, crime, murder, like all
Mm.
types of crime and hate. Like this world, the energy of this world is hate. Why would you be sad for somebody getting out of here? Like you should be jealous of anything, right? So, I see things a lot different. Like you can't convince me that anything is bad because I'm gonna find a light. Every situation, there's a balance of light and dark, positive and negative, right? And it's just a matter of which you focus on. If you focus on the darkness of a situation, if you focus on what was the other word? The negative of the situation, then you're gonna have a dark, negative experience. And what comes with dark and negative? Depression, anger, anxiety, fear, worry. It's not gonna be a beautiful experience. Stress, like, but if you focus on the light in that situation, if you focus on the positive, then it's always there. It's always there. And you just got to know it because sometimes you don't see it. Sometimes I don't see it, but I trust that there is something good about this because there's light in everything. There is no such thing as just complete darkness.
Hmm.
Light is always present, and darkness is always present simultaneously. So I just trust and know this. And so, like, no matter what I come, it's good for me some kind of way. I don't know how, but I trust it. I trust it. I refuse to doubt that. I refuse to doubt that. You can see this in you can see this in nature.
So I don't want to cut you off, but it sounds like you're underwater now. So we got 40 minutes,
Well, that's
but
good.
out of nowhere, your sound. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's YouTube. I don't know. I don't know. But the sound is cannot hear you. Ugh. But we got 40 minutes. So I'm blessed. I'm feeling blessed. Um
We'll have to
well,
try it again.
uh
We'll try it again.
yeah. So, okay. So perhaps maybe if I don't know, you're using a mic or no?
The mic wouldn't work. I
Yeah.
put up. Let me try it again. It's really weird what's happening.
Yeah, sometimes like well, I don't know if you've tried to like shut your phone off, put it back on. I don't know, or maybe you have to leave and come back in. But either way, we did get a lot of gold from you. But I hate that your sound is messed up again. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, as soon as I plug my mic in,
Uh-huh.
I can't hear you, and that's never happened before.
Hmm.
That has never happened before. I used to use this all the time. As soon as
Mm.
I plug it in, no, I can't hear you.
So
So
weird. But now you're back. So I don't know if it's something going on with your phone, but we can hear you now. Um, and the last question I really wanted to ask you, because I was so curious, Kev, and I don't want to take up any more of your time, but let's do a part two very soon.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much. So I wanted to ask, I don't know if we'll be able to hear you, but they're telling me it's better now. But I wanted to know an example of some of the shadow work that you speak of that you've done in the last 100 days that has helped you, especially like to just break free from the chains of society and love yourself more. I'm just curious, like what, like an example of shadow work that you recommend to people or you've done.
Well, it's not just this is like the last more than 25 years.
Hmm.
Like it's a lifestyle for me because, you know, there's always room to grow. Always. Like you never reach a finish line. Like you can always go higher, you can always be better. Right. So it's just every day for me. This is just what I do. So I'm alone a lot. I'm alone probably 90 to 95% of the time. Like, you know, and I'm just, you know, that sets the tone, right? I create an atmosphere where I can hear. I eliminate all the noise of society and just create an atmosphere where I can hear. And I ask a lot of questions about me. I do a lot of thinking. Why am I like this? Why do I like this? And I just try to figure it out. You know, I do a lot of thinking. I do a lot of reflecting. I do a lot of self observation. Where like in a society where everybody's focused on everybody else and gossiping and talking about everybody else, I don't engage in that. I focus on me. I don't care what they doing. I don't care what happened. I don't care who cheated on me. I don't care about none of that. You know, I focus on me, and I take full responsibility for my life, for every aspect of it. So I'm always looking at me. If something does go, in a way that I'm not happy with, I'm looking at me. Like I'm not blaming anybody else. When we blame people, we give our power away to whoever it is we're blaming, you know. And when we're not taking responsibility for ourselves, we can't grow. Like you can't evolve. You can't evolve if you're not willing to take responsibility for yourself. So that's a huge one. And, I really find that it's not a lot of people that can do that. Like, to a degree, people can, but, you know, your life is what you made it. Like, period. You're the creator of your life. And you create your life with your thoughts and your words and your actions, you know. And, I do a lot of, not so much now, but just I've done a lot of reading in the past, like a lot of reading of, more spiritual type books, a lot of reading. I listen to a lot of people. So I'm a truth seeker. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for the past 25 plus years, just seeking the truth, and the truth is something that you have to seek. Like it don't just fall in your lap. And you can only know it through experience. You can't just know it just because you heard somebody say it. It's not going to have the same effect. Like when you really know the truth, it changes your behaviors. It changes the way you speak. It changes what you do. So if you hear truth and nothing about you has changed, you don't really know it. Like you don't really understand it.
You didn't really feel it.
You
Like
don't
you
get
were
it.
saying
Right.
before, you can't see you, you can only feel you, and you're the truth. So there you go, right there.
That's it. And so, that's
Mm.
a short summary of kind of, what shadow work looks like for me. It's really just about spending time with yourself and getting to know yourself. It's no different than if you met a hot guy and just fell like over head over heels immediately, right? You're gonna want to know this guy and spend as much time with him as possible, right? You're going to want to date him, do things with him, right? So shadow work is you becoming that hot guy in your life, right? Shadow work is you becoming the person that you really want to get to know and spend time with and take out on dates, take to the movies, take out to eat, like whatever it is, whatever you like to do, go bowling. Like shadow work is about that. It's just about hanging out with yourself and getting to know yourself better. That's what it really is in a nutshell.
That helps. I understand it now. That helps. Wow. Okay, listen. So, first of all, I want to say thank you very much for your time. I feel very blessed and honored. I didn't really know much about you. I just discovered you through Bobby. And yeah, I
Bobby
really
Smith,
he didn't really warn
that's
me
my guy.
because no, because you do you have so I know you have a YouTube. Everyone, people have said they followed you on TikTok now. So thank you very much, Diana. Banana, she's following you now. People in the comments, they said they're following you now. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Do you have any other channels or anything else you'd like to people to follow you on?
That's all. Like I don't have a Twitter. I'm most active now on Facebook and TikTok. Well, and YouTube. I'm getting more active on YouTube.
Yeah, you're very
My
consistent on
YouTube,
YouTube.
yeah, my YouTube channel, I have like people helping me with that. So, um, that's being run a little different. Uh, but yeah, I've been really posting on TikTok, um, and Facebook. So those
Yes.
are my main, and then YouTube. Those are my three main platforms. Instagram, not so much, although I do post on there, but
And I
yeah,
would love to, and I know you're doing a lot because that's a lot already. And I know you're helping so many people and connecting with so many people and just changing their life. But I would love to also, I would love for you to have a podcast, honestly, because I just like people in the comments, I could just listen to you for hours and like never get tired, never get bored. You are so knowledgeable and just so gifted. Somebody called you the chosen one in the comments. I don't know if you're seeing these comments,
I'm,
but
I'm not, I'm not
okay,
saying
you're not seeing the comments. Well, just so you know, I'll send you this video later, but like people are saying you're the chosen one. They feel very blessed for being here, for getting your time and knowledge and so grateful. And yeah, so I would love, whenever in the future or now whenever, I would love for you to start a podcast, Kev, because you are blessed to bless others. You are gifted. You have a lot of knowledge and wisdom and just the way you explain things. It's very it's very easy to understand. So that's how I know it's the truth. I can understand it.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the barometer to measure it by. Yep.
Yeah. And I can't believe you're 52. I gotta say. I mean, I could believe it because of the way you're speaking, the knowledge, but like you could be dude, you could be 30. I feel like I'm talking to a 30-year-old. Just your eyes, your skin.
If I shave this,
Oh.
it would be ridiculous.
Yeah, you got it. Can you shave and you would look 20, right?
No, no, yeah. Oh man, it wouldn't be right.
Yeah, I can imagine because 'cause you're
It
so
wouldn't be
young.
right.
You have a very young spirit, very young vibe about you, but yet you're spitting crazy knowledge. Everyone is just, like, taking so many notes. A lot of your quotes have been in the comments, and thank you very much for everyone that's watching. There's about 50 people still watching, and I really appreciate that. And so, listen, I'm going to leave all of Kev's links below. Follow him everywhere and also message him and try to get him to start a podcast. Cause
Well,
I'd really
look
love that.
about the podcast. Like, I would love to do that, but see, like the thing is, like people tell me all, hey, you need to write a book. Hey, you need to do it. Hey, you need.
Yes.
I don't know how to do all that.
Not yet.
I'm a contractor. You see how much trouble I just been having with the sound today. Like I'm good with fixing things and building things. I'm not good with like technology like that. So I'm all the way for it. But I need people that
Yes,
like
yes.
resource people that could come like, hey, I can help you. Boom, 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 boom. You know, Like I'm not good at everything.
Yes.
My lane is speaking, you know, all that other stuff, like I really don't know how to do that. And it wouldn't even make no sense. Like I've actually tried all these things before and it just don't work. It's just not my lane. It's not my gift. So I need people that are gifted in those ways that
Yes.
I'm not, to step up and, and just be willing to team up and like, hey, let's get this message to the people, as many people as we can. I'm all the way with it. I'm with anything that involves spreading the truth because people are suffering
Yeah.
because we've been lied to. Like the only cause of suffering is lies. When we believe lies, when we accept the lie as the truth, it causes suffering 100% of the time. There is no reason, no other reason for suffering. It's all because we have believed the lie as the truth. It's like the reason we eat the way we eat is because we've been lied to and we've accepted it as the truth because we've heard it so many times.
Mm.
And we're dying because we're believing these lies. We're getting sick because we're believing these lies. That's why I said that you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. That is real. The truth will set you free from all of your suffering. But that's why you don't hear it in mainstream media. You will never hear it because that's not what they want. That is the last thing that they want is for you to be free.
Yes. I can't say it better than that. But I also wanna add the lies in your head too, that you've heard over and over again. You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not smart enough. You'll never do this. You'll never amount to this. You've been lying to yourself too. Just like you just said. Yeah, we've been lying to ourselves, helping them out. That's how brainwashed we are. We're helping them out. It's like at this point, do we even need police? We're policing ourselves. Do we even need the censorship? We're censoring ourselves. We're willingly buying the foods, eating the foods, poisoning ourselves. We don't need people to force us to do anything like in the old days, you know, where they forced people to go, into like, concentration camps. No, we're doing it to ourselves. So yeah. Um, Thank you so much. Okay, well, we got some questions, but you know what? I am gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna ask for another interview in
Absolutely.
yeah, thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Okay, yeah, because you're
Absolutely.
you're amazing. And anybody that wants
I
to
will
help
have a new phone. I will get a new phone,
Yes.
a brand new phone for this next interview because I don't know what's going on.
Yes,
So, yeah,
thank you so much. And anybody that wants to help Kev with his podcast, well, I'm going to send you a voicemail about his podcast, write a book, anything. You have those talents, reach out to Kev because you see his talent. His talent is speaking and sharing the truth and getting it out there. So reach out to him, find him on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I'll leave everything below. Okay. Thank you so much, Kev. I appreciate you. Thank you for what you're doing.
absolutely.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
And I will see you soon. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. My pleasure. My
Bye.
pleasure.
Thank you.